Alright, everybody. It's another episode of Master Duel. Hopefully, I won't get too angry this time and uninstall like I did last time. Of course, it's a duel bot. Let's see here. Does he have... Okay, no. Maybe this is not a duel bot. Dragon Maid, really? Gosh. Why does everyone use the same deck over and over and over? Dragon Maids, Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, it's the same decks. Runic. Everyone uses the same decks. Why can't people just create their own original deck? I don't use archetypes. I just throw a bunch of cards in one deck and play with it. So we got a Sangan. Let's go ahead and put the Sangan down and just end it. I don't think so. Oh yeah, whenever you negate people's effects with skill drain, they can't do nothing. He doesn't want to attack. This card is actually very good. I don't know why it says normal rarity, why no one has this in their deck, especially since everyone uses Hypebeast Feather Duster. Target one, dragon one card. Really? I don't understand why people think it's fun or cool to recycle cards, to use the same card over and over and over. I don't know how many times I've beaten Dragon Maid decks, but this is another thing I don't like about Master Duel, because like you get paired with people who have stupid decks, you get paired with people who have crappy decks, who have like, and then you get paired with people who use the same decks, like Dragon Maid, Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, like the same decks. I really want to start going to the play people in person, because that way I can choose who I play. Because this is just stupid and ridiculous. Okay, so we're gonna set this Activate the Monster Reborn. Take the Reborn the Sangan. So I mean, like, Called by the Grave, everyone has the same cards. They use the same cards. I don't understand. I don't understand like why people like. Why would you say skilled players? There is no skilled players in Yu-Gi-Oh. There's no skilled Yu-Gi-Oh. There's not. Everyone uses the same deck for the most part, and there's no skill to it. There's just not. I don't understand why there's skill. Why people say, "Oh, skillful Yu-Gi-Oh players." Oh, skillful. There's no skill to this game. There's not. Especially with all these cards that people use nowadays, these decks that people use, these meta decks that people use. There's no skill to them. Anybody can sit there and put a bunch of cards in the field and play solitaire by themselves and negate everything on the field. Anybody can do that. That's not skill. Or sit there and put that number 100 XY monster on the field. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Keeps using the same card over and over and over. This is what I mean by I don't like the way people play. He's putting a card in the graveyard, put it back on the field, back in the graveyard, back in the field. Like, why do people play like this? What's the purpose of it? I don't understand this. I really don't. This is not dueling. Especially, like I just said, when your opponent has a bunch of cards in the field that just negate everything that you do. That's not dueling. Dueling is taking turns. If you're just going to sit there and just set up a board where, I can't do nothing, then how is this dueling? Why do you even play Yu-Gi-Oh? Why don't you go play solitaire on your computer by yourself? So I don't understand. But so that's just what I don't understand. Like, why do people do that? Like, why do they play solitaire? Try to play solitaire with Yu-Gi-Oh. If you want to play solitaire by yourself, if you want to sit there and play cards by yourself, and why don't you just go play solitaire on your computer? Every Microsoft computer has it. Why do you get on Master Duel or go to locals and play just to set up a board that just to make the person surrender right then and there? What's the purpose of that? Like, that's stupid. That's not skill. No, we're not going to use Battle Fader because it's just 100 damage. This is one of the reasons why I don't like playing Master Duel, because I get paired up with the same deck. How many times do I have to beat these Dragon Maid decks? How many times do I have to beat these Blue Eyes decks? Like, why do I have to keep playing the same decks over and over and over? Does it purposely pair me up with the same decks over and over and over just to make me want to uninstall this game again? I'll set Skill Drain again, even though he's just going to return it back to my hand, because he's going to put that card back on the field anyways. That's all people know how to do in this game. Go back and forth, graveyard field, graveyard field, graveyard hand, graveyard hand. That's all people know how to do. So do you have any gates for this? Nope. I'll take the 1 day of peace, I guess. And then I'll activate it. That's very useful. Activates effect. Regain some life points. What is this? Target one. I'll go ahead and activate this again, even though he probably has something just to put it back in my hand again. This is bullcrap. Oh, if you have 2 or more cards, you can keep putting the same card back in your hand. This is bullcrap. It really is. This is skill? This is playing skillfully? This is bullcrap. Oh, that's right. He can't do any damage to me this turn. I like the other deck that I was using better. I don't know why I switched back to this deck. I think I might make another video tomorrow with another deck. With the other deck that I use. Because I only use 2 decks. And they're all decks that I made by myself. They're not archetype decks or nothing like that. Like all these other stupid people use. Pathetic people use. Because that's what they are. They're pathetic. Sitting there moving a card back and forth between the field and the graveyard and the hand. Graveyard, hand. Look. See, look. He's going to put it back in his hand. This is pathetic. This isn't skill. This is ridiculous. Only garbage people play like this. I just gotta hope I draw Harpy's Feather Duster soon like that to destroy it. Because this is ridiculous. You can see. That's completely fair. That's another thing I don't understand, the ban list. He can keep putting the same card on his field over and over and over. He can take a monster back to his hand and put a stronger monster on the field every turn. Every turn. But yet, I can't use Pot of Greed to draw 2 cards. I don't understand this. How does the... Now my monsters are useless. Again, how is this skillfully playing? I don't understand this. Battle Trader? You're gonna negate that too? Go to the graveyard. This is what I mean. Like, how is this skillfully playing? There's no skill to this deck. There's not. This deck is garbage. Oh, return a card to my hand. I get to take a card from the graveyard. That's completely fair. Now he's going to summon the Dragon Maid Dragon. The purple one. Told you. Of course, can't use Skill Drain. He's just gonna negate it, put it back in my hand. He set that card because he's gonna send this card back to my hand. I mean, what's the point of this? I mean, this is not skillfully playing. Wait, what does this say? During each standby phase, you can summon another monster. And you get to negate anything that I activate. That's completely fair. Whatever. So I don't play this game. Stupid.